Hi everyone, my name is Brian Lee.
I'm Hamza Park.
My name is Tanyan Lee. We're here to present about Boxing Canada. So first, description and the history of the Boxing Canada. Boxing Canada is the national organization who has a responsibility for the development and promotion of Olympic-style boxing across the country. It founded in 1969 as the name of Canadian Amateur Boxing Association. They had a prime time in say late 70s to 90s. They achieved many different medals in both Commonwealth Games and Olympic Games. Recently, they're expanding their market to approach to community through making many different fitness classes and aerobic boxing programs. So, Boxing Canada board and key job descriptions. Boxing Canada has many different board members. On the top of the board members, they have a president, and also following, they have a vice president. Their job description is they're working with a board to set and run meetings and making board and committee appointments and assigning workload to board members. Recruiting new board members whose vision aligns with the organization. Also, they're being in charge of board member performance, evaluations, and succession planning. And also, there's many different directors. Their job description are establishing the organization strategy, direction, and priorities, and monitoring organizational performance and evaluating the effectiveness as a board, and many different steps of evaluations. If you look at the chart, this is an organizational chart. If you look at it, on the top of the chart, they have a presidents there, and on the right side, they have vice president, and there are many directors are following. Directors are separated by their locations, which is the first one has the eastern side of the Canada, and western side of Canada, and Ontario and Quebec. Ontario and Quebec is separated because Ontario and Quebec has a large market, so they're separated if they're owned. And if you look at the eastern side and western side of the provincial sports organization, as the following, on the bottom of the list, there's many different presidents of provincial sports organization or presidents are listed.
So here is the Boxing Canada's value and vision statement. Its value statement is to inspire Canadians in making Olympic boxing a major sport and physical activity, and strive to making Canada a dominant nation internationally. Also, its mission statement is to promote, organize, and coordinate the sport of boxing for the advancement of the sport and its members of all levels and ages. So, to achieve value and mission statement, Boxing Canada has several goals and tactics. The first goal is to develop coaches and officials to international level to ensure the highest quality and global standards are met in coaching. So, to achieve this goal, Boxing Canada have two tactics. First one is hosting IGA coaching official, including referee and judges, certification course. So second one is encouraging and reinforcing coaches and officials to participate in the IGA certification course. Second goal is to create a program and events to encourage all Canadians to be active and train boxing. So to achieve this goal, Boxing Canada have several tactics. First one is establishing Get in the Ring program. This program is a part of Participation 150 playlist. This program encourages all Canadians to be active and train boxing. So this program provides a platform in which a participant can find boxing club near of participants and register on activity at Boxing Club. So Boxing Canada online this program with the participation 150 playlist. Also, Boxing Canada promote the program through website and social media to activate this program.
Okay, so there's some stakeholders and strategic alliances of Boxing Canada. So some of the stakeholders would include the participants, the athletes, coaches, officials, other governing bodies, spectators, financial stakeholders, sponsors, broadcasting companies, the community, and the employees. Some strategic alliances of Boxing Canada would be the Canada government, the organization called On the Podium, Coaching Association of Canada, Institut National de Sport de Quebec, East Boxing Club, Sting Sports, Amateur International Boxing Association, and that would be all. So, is Boxing Canada an effective organization? Yes, it is, because the organization has plans about how they're going to expand the size of the sport of boxing. It's also an effective organization because the organization has their value and their vision, or the vision statement, which helps them provide direction towards short-term and long-term goals of the organization. So the goal is to develop the sport as its own. The organization helps to develop coaches and officials at the international level to ensure the highest quality and global standards are met in coaching. So the organization has plans to help out young prospects who compete in boxing. So some recommendations regarding the future of Boxing Canada. So we found a bright future for boxing in Canada when Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Conor McGregor had the boxing match recently. It broke the pay-per-view record for Canadians. The major reason was because one, Conor McGregor knows how to sell a fight, and Boxing Canada should attempt to go after big name fighters and hold creative matches like this in order to create more attraction and attention from the Canadian viewers. Also, UFC 217 recently broke that record that was set for Canadian pay-per-view. The main reason this was because GSP, he's a big Canadian fighter name. So because of his nationality, he was a big aspect as to why Canadians wanted to watch this fight. So the recommendation would be to keep this up by creating creative matches and also keep fights between a Canadian UFC fighter or a well-known Canadian boxer to keep the attention coming from the Canadian viewers. And just to conclude, thank you for watching our presentation.